The football media have taken notice. A composed and convincing performance from Liverpool has drawn strong reactions across Europe. Away from home, in a difficult atmosphere, Liverpool beat Marseille 3-0 in the Champions League. A goal from Dominik Szoboszlai, an own goal from Marseille, and another finish from Cody Gakpo sealed a dominant night for the Reds. This result leaves Liverpool in 4th place with 15 points, level on points with Real Madrid and firmly in the race at the top of the competition. Today, we're looking at how the sports media reacted to Liverpool's impressive win in Marseille. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, leave a like, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Let's get into it.
I always keep saying it after a win or a good result. I think for us it's just to fully focus on recovery right now. And then we're going to go to Bournemouth, because Bournemouth is a very difficult team to beat. 5:30, a team that obviously plays very good football in my opinion, with a very good manager. So we have to be more than ready. But from right now, it's all focused on recovery. And then we fly back tomorrow. And then we fly already on Friday again to Bournemouth. So on to the next.
There were reports that you called a team meeting after the Burnley draw.
No, I don't know the ones that put in the media. I don't know. I think it was obviously asked if there will be a meeting after the last game, and obviously there was gonna be a meeting, but obviously I didn't say there was a meeting by me. So I don't know what this misinformation is coming from, but that's how it sometimes go. We just keep going.
I was about to say, it looked like it worked.
That's not down to me.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay, nice interview there with Jules Breach, Virgil van Dijk. 350th game for him. Look, games aside, it's an important win. He was saying that everyone put in a shift there. We always talk about momentum, don't we, after wins, especially with Liverpool so far this season. But the most important thing for them at the moment is 4th in the table. Feels very healthy for them.
Yeah, big pressure on them tonight. You know, going away to Marseille. I expected more from Marseille. I thought they were bang average from start to finish. I think De Zerbi would be really disappointed in his team, especially the goals they've conceded were really poor, which we'll come to later. But the pressure was on Liverpool to go here and win well. You know, we questioned them at the weekend, not killing teams off. A lot of chances on goal and not being ruthless and relentless. They was tonight, and they defended ever so well. So a lot of positives from a Liverpool point of view.
What did you think of it overall, Joe?
Yeah, I agree with what Stevie said there. You know, it was a difficult night. They dealt with the atmosphere well. They didn't let it overawe them, and they built into the game. And the big moments they won. You know, there's no getting away. Marseille did have a few chances. They didn't take them. And when Liverpool smelt blood, just for example, the first goal for Szoboszlai to realise that the wall's jumping, that's just intelligent play, and that gets you in front. Once they were in front, it didn't look like it was ever in doubt.
Was it Marseille that you were obviously saying you're disappointed in their performance, but was it also important for Liverpool to just go over there, a difficult place to go, and actually prove to themselves and their fans that they can handle these kind of atmospheres and they still have that confidence?
Yeah, I don't think we doubt Liverpool in terms of being able to handle an atmosphere. We know they've got experienced players. You know, they've recently won the league, they've won the Champions League, and they've competed for the Champions League over recent times. It's consistency now with Liverpool. Jules touched on it in the interview, and Van Dijk said that he almost said, I'm sick of saying, now we've got to get momentum, and it is about consistency, especially when you're a Liverpool player, and now they've got to reset, they've got to sort of enjoy tonight, and as you say, you always mention recovery after 30, get yourself recovered, get the team in a good place, but it's that mentality. Take the same mentality to Bournemouth and treat Bournemouth like you did tonight, and then you won't have a problem against Bournemouth. It's about resetting the mentality.
We spoke earlier on about how important Dominik Szoboszlai is for this Liverpool side. He was the one that broke the deadlock with that free kick. Should we watch it again, Joe?
Yeah, really intelligent player. He had another good night for Liverpool tonight. He was at the heart of everything. Like I say, to realise he's so dangerous at those free kicks over the wall, as Stevie touched on there, De Zerbi, he'll be absolutely fuming that they've given this up. Highlighted the players there to just say as an option to have that little blocker underneath so the wall can commit to the jump. Szoboszlai knew they wouldn't. He'd have done his research, as Stevie said, at half-time, and he absolutely executed it brilliantly. Rooney will look like he's gone down in stages, but the reason for that is because he's not expecting it to come under the wall. He's ready for the ball to go over the top, move his feet, and just really intelligent from Dominik Szoboszlai.
It was funny hearing you talk about Dominik before the game and saying, look, stay humble, make sure that your feet are on the ground in this Liverpool side and he can move himself to the next level.
I think that's more important when you're in terrific form and you're playing really consistent and you're in a good place. You can see he's oozing confidence. You know what I loved about the free kick, even before he took it? He got Salah in his ear. He's covering his face. He's like, I want to take this. This is a left footer. Leave it to me, blah, blah. And he just doesn't say one word of the most iconic player Liverpool have had in a long time. So I love his confidence. I love it that he backs himself. I mean, the execution's tremendous. But I think that was made in the training ground days ago when he's gone into the analyst department and he's known that this wall jumps with no sleeper. It's actually an easy free kick when you think about it.
Stevie, Geronimo really obviously... Oh, there's the chat. There's what you're talking about there.
Yeah. Now, I think most players... If Salah's in your ear and he's desperate to take it, most players would move aside and respect that. But I love the way Dominik Szoboszlai says, no chance, it takes no notice. I love it.
Let's have a look at the second goal. It will go down as an own goal from Geronimo, really. But Jeremy Frimpong, the work that he did and put in for that goal, it's a shame that he won't take the credit for that. But what he does up to that point is excellent.
I think this is Frimpong's outstanding quality. He's so quick off the mark. If you just pause it here now, he's so quick at getting into that position. He does it with his left foot and he shifts it so quick onto his right. But from a Marseille point of view, if you think about the detail of this defending, the fullback comes out to help Paxao, the winger, but he should be helping him on his left shoulder. Because if Frimpong comes in on his left foot, he's less dangerous. He's coming into traffic and into bodies on his weaker side. You cannot show Jeremy Frimpong outside on his strong side. He's so quick. He gets done in the 1v1 and then he deserves the look that he gets. The keeper's unlucky, but if the keeper doesn't get it, Salah's there for a tap-in anyway, so it's great play from Liverpool.
Yeah. He's so good in these kind of one-on-one situations, isn't he?
He is so sharp. To stand him up like that, we all know what he's going to do, we know what he's going to try and do. But he's so quick. And Paxao tries to lean across him, but Frimpong's not there. He's looking to engage shoulder to shoulder, but he's already gone. Yeah. And as Stevie said, Salah's even looking for a knock-in off the post there. Anything to get on the score sheet. Absolutely.
Let's have a look at 3-0 and then we'll come back to Mo Salah because I want your thoughts on exactly how his night went. This is Cody Gakpo off the bench and as Ali McCoy was saying, let's have a look at that touch again.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? Joe Gomez pumping it into Szoboszlai and to have the awareness and cut straight through Marseille. Great way to pass. And just takes another little cheeky touch here, Cody Gakpo, but we're just highlighting Szoboszlai. Like I say, he was involved in everything tonight.
And his celebration as well.
At this point, Marseille wide open. I love the run. I love the run from, I think it's Curtis Jones as well. He just pulls the full back in with that run. Obviously, Cody steadies himself with a touch, sets it up, and it's a wonderful finish.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to Mo Salah because I wanted your thoughts on marks out of 10. How did you think he performed tonight?
I thought he'd done okay tonight. I think if you take everything into consideration, come back on the back of a tournament where he got to the semi-final, that must have been a big deal for him. I think he would have travelled back Sunday after the game Saturday. Probably only had one session, really, with the team, and then he's had to travel again to Marseille. Played the majority of the game, nearly scored on a couple of occasions. I think he'd be disappointed with the one on the outside of his foot, which we're going to show and cover in a minute. Knowing him, he'll probably be thinking about that all night. But I think in the main, he's done a great job for the team, worked hard. This is the chance now. Direct play from Liverpool, Alisson, battling for the ball. Poor defender from Marseille again, really passive and weak. It's a great pass by Gakpo, but you're wondering whether he's just used the outside of his boot and made the mistake with the execution. Because for me, maybe you just use more of a curling action with the left foot and maybe bend it over the keeper. Knowing him and his standards that he's set over the years, he'd be disappointed with that one.
There you go, one thing that fans will all want to see. Look, I feel like we've almost put it to bed now, haven't we? And we've kind of moved on. What did you make of his overall performance? Yeah,
football moves quickly and, you know, as Stevie alluded to there, to have his time out of the Liverpool training ground and out of the fixtures away, representing his country with so much on his shoulders, to come back, it was a really mature performance. And he has those quiet games and he can come out of them with 2-3 goals. Even tonight he could have done, which obviously bumps him up the rankings to, you know, from a 6-7 out of 10 to a 10. But it wasn't his night tonight, but it was Liverpool's night, which is the main thing.
Those are this performance tonight and those sort of mature performances from people like Mo Salah and then the leaders that Arne Slot has in his team. It's what this manager needs at the moment, isn't it?
He needs it consistently. Listen, we know they've got the quality and we know they've got the experience. That's why it is so frustrating. That's why before the game you show all the internet and the reaction and the overreaction. It's because of the standard that all these players and this collective group have set. They've been so good and so consistent. We haven't seen this run of form from them for a very long time, and that's why it's such a surprise and so frustrating from a Liverpool fan's point of view. But you have got to respect them. Okay, I think in the league we know they're out of the title race for the time being. Who knows what's going to happen, but obviously you'd expect Arsenal to go on and win that. I know you're happy with me saying that. But there's still an awful lot for this Liverpool team to play for.
Yeah.
The FA Cup is huge. Finishing the top 4 is huge. But even more importantly, it's this Champions League now. If they can keep this group of players fit, and then towards the latter stages, if they can be in the competition further on, then Isaac and that are coming and introducing themselves back into the squad. This team and this group of players have proved that they can go the distance in this competition, so there's still an awful lot to play for.
Absolutely. We'll discuss more of that after this very quick break. For now, Arne Slot.
No, it could have been a tricky place to go. It is a tricky place to go because of their fans. But definitely also because of the players they have and the manager they have. They have always a very good idea of how to play. And we had to be really good today to beat them, and I think that's what we were. Already in the first half there were 3, 4, 5 moments where we took the ball off them, and we should have done better in the counter-attack. And on the ball we were very positive again today. But we generated less chances than we did Saturday. But now we scored 3, and then everyone probably is much more positive than when you create 5 times as much chances on Saturday, but you only score 1.
Yeah, how pleased were you though to have got that second and the third goal to kill the game off? Maybe something that you would have liked to do more this season.
Yeah, definitely. In the last 13 games where we've been unbeaten, we've only been 54 minutes behind. In all the other games, almost we went a goal up. But we gave away that lead somewhere during the game. And today, again, I think we had much earlier in the game the chances to finish it off. One of the best examples was when we hit the bar or the post with Hugo Ekitike, and in the counter-attack, they almost scored the 1-1. Now, in our season, you would have expected that ball to go in. So people could complain a lot about us again. But today, we probably deserved what we got. And we weren't unlucky as we've been so many times this season.
What's the key now to using this victory and going on a consistent run of winning games?
I know so well why we're not consistent. And that has mainly to do with when a game is more open, when tactics are involved, when players can play through the lines, when they can show how good they are. That's a completely different game than against the low block. You need completely different quality against the low block. And in a low block, it has not so much to do with what you prepare before the game. You just have the ball a lot. You get in the final third and something should happen. I think Pep said something very good about that, what I've said 15 times this season already as well. What the importance is of facing a low block. And you cannot compare that with a game tonight where both teams want to play out from the back, where both teams want to press. And every game we've played this season when this was the situation, we've played very good games. We've lost at City, we've lost at Chelsea. But many of these games we got results. But our reason why we're inconsistent, if you want to call 13 times unbeaten inconsistent, and then that has all to do with us struggling against low blocks.
Well, the win tonight does mean that the Champions League table is looking nice. You're into that top 8. How important is it that you stay there to avoid those extra 2 playoff games?
Not very important because people can see, I think, what a squad we have. So we have 3 players out with long-term injuries, and we already were not the squad that had the most players in the start of the season compared to our competitors. So yeah, it's almost crucial for us that we don't have to play these games, because I just said we've been so many times going a goal up, and maybe, I don't know, I don't think that's the biggest reason, but if you every time have to play the same players the same places because of the amount of players we have, then it might be that in a few times players were a bit more tired than they would be if we could rotate them a bit more. But every team has this during a season, that you have to rely on the same players, and that's with us recently as well.
A really good win tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go, Arne Slot with Jules Breach there. I just want your thoughts on how he's dealt with quite a testing time with Liverpool.
Yeah, really pleased for him, because, you know, it can't be easy when you're under that pressure. You know, when results are not consistent, if you like. But his tactics were spot on tonight. I think he deserves a lot of praise and credit. His team went out and performed ever so well, individually and collectively. Listening to the interview, you can sort of see a relief after the weekend's results. You need to stop mentioning low blocks. Low blocks have been happening at Liverpool ever since I played, many, many years before me. That's just the way it is. Teams are going to do that. They're going to try and do everything they can to stop Liverpool. The key is you've got to find the solutions. You've got the players to do, you've got to find the solutions, and then you will turn them low block games into wins rather than draws. But it's not going to change. It's what this team are going to face. They're going to probably face a low block at times against Bournemouth at the weekend, but they've got to be ruthless. They've got to show the talent. The big players have got to step forward and score the goals that are needed to win them games, because they are difficult to win.
Let's see one of the goals, because you said that free kick from Dominik Szoboszlai was straight off the training ground. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Another free kick from you. We've seen you hit them high into the goal before. Had you done your homework on Marseille?
Yeah, I did my homework. I got told that if no one is laying down, that maybe I can have a chance to hit it under the wall. No one was laying down, so I tried it, and yeah, it worked out.
It was perfect, and he couldn't believe his luck, and that's why he was able to zone out when Mo Salah was in his ear saying, "Let me take it."
It just goes to show, though. It just goes to show the detail that is around the game at the top level. He said, "I got told." So he's been into the analyst department. Young kids watching just think you turn up and play football, but he's done his own work. He's watched the opposition. He's found the weakness and he's executed. Fair play, brilliant.
Excellent. Guys, that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much. You've been great company tonight. A brilliant night of football, loads of goals all round, and loads more tomorrow as well. Make sure you tune in to TNT Sports, because there's so much going on in the Europa League as well. You can see Fenerbahce against Aston Villa. They're in action on TNT Sports 1. Celtic also, Young Boys against Lyon, and so much more. Goal Show Extra.
This win in Marseille feels like an important step in Liverpool's journey this season. Not just because of the scoreline, but because of the control, maturity and confidence the team showed from start to finish. Under Arne Slot, Liverpool are clearly rediscovering their identity. There is a renewed sense of structure, balance and clarity in the way the team plays. They press with purpose, manage the tempo intelligently and look far more secure defensively. Szoboszlai's goal highlighted Liverpool's midfield quality and composure, while Gakpo continues to show his value in big European matches. Even the own goal reflected the pressure Liverpool applied throughout the game. Sitting fourth in the Champions League standings with 15 points, level with Real Madrid, Liverpool are right where they need to be, competitive, confident and growing. Most importantly, this performance suggests a team that is reconnecting with itself. The signs are there: belief, cohesion and a clear tactical direction. If this trajectory continues, Liverpool will once again be a serious force in Europe. This may not be the finished product yet, but under Arne Slot, it certainly feels like Liverpool are finding their way back to the top.